I'm literally just going to be talking to my phone and I feel so nervous just to even do that. It's crazy to think now, especially with thoughts I've had recently in regards to my health and the way things have been recently, that people just don't value life the way that they should. And I don't know. I know this is probably a video no one's going to see. Probably won't post it anywhere. But I just want to be very vulnerable. I don't even want to look at the camera because I don't even want to see myself talking. I just want to be very vulnerable right now and just go through all the thoughts that have collected within the last 2 months, now that I'm slowly starting to get a little bit better and get to where my brain can actually hold on to a thought, because there's been so much going on just in the world that I haven't been able to grasp it, and I've not been able to spend time to understand it. I'm gonna get emotional because this is so stupid. There are so many people out in the world that just want to say so much. They are frustrated, they are angry about a lot. And I see you all. I see you. I see protest. I see fraud. I see war. I see financial problems. Everything I see. I've been down at home for 2 months trying to get my life back together after feeling like I wasn't going to be alive the next day at times. Trying to still figure out what all is going on, but at least some antibiotics got my brain back to somewhere decent. And it hurts me to just think that people just don't value life enough. People get so angry at government. They get so angry at the position that they're stuck in. They get so angry at opportunities that come and go. They get angry at the police for doing their jobs. They get angry at anything that they can possibly get angry at, because it's a YOLO lifestyle, isn't it? It still is. I'm old. I still think about that. It's you only live once, right? So I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I don't care what anyone feels or thinks, which is good. And sometimes, right? I can't say that I'm not one that falls into that trap at times. I mean, I obviously have my own financial struggles and things going on right now. Very minimal income coming in, having to do taxes, and that's a whole nother thing in regards to the tax payments. I mean, heck, I owed money back when literally it makes no sense. I was like, I can go through the math. I have it written just because, but I don't even know where to go with it without feeling like I'd be rambling and I wouldn't be able to get you all to understand. Have an accounting degree. It's funny to think about. Can't get a job anywhere because you're either overqualified or you don't have the experience that that company wants you to have. I've seen over and over in life nowadays that if you're not a friend or family member, it's pretty much off the list. I mean, heck, it's crazy to say I'm making not even enough to pay for medical. I'm not making enough to do anything. I'm thankful that I currently have a family that can help support me, but I didn't grow up like that. I don't want to be one of those people that have to sit back and depend on someone else when things get rough. I'm not really good at long story shorts. I say I have short story longs, so it's kind of the way things go. Is my mind likes to talk and likes to get things out, but after 2 months being alone, my parents, they're annoyed at me, so why not just sit here and just talk for a second? I don't TikTok, I don't social media. I tend to do coloring. I do a lot of things that, I mean, heck, I'd show you over there. It's messy right now. Taxes this year just kind of brings back a lot of things that I hadn't really been able to keep track of the last few years. It's been rough on me, going from sleeping in a car for a job just to keep my house or the rental property, doing multiple part-time jobs, finally getting hired in at a full-time position that I loved. Slowly got sick throughout the whole last of the year, and then the beginning of this year I just went downhill, pushing through life because you have to pay for food, because you're at an income limit where the government just screws you over. Let's go into that short story long. To kind of understand, I very much value life, but I hate, and pardon me for saying it this way, but it is very much a modern day version of slavery, of what a lot of us are going through in the world today. While doing my taxes this year, there's a form regarding premium tax credit regarding healthcare. And you get a tax credit, and the tax credit is estimated depending on the year before on your income. Because the taxes from last year dealt around the part-time jobs and a lot of other things, I made slightly lower of income that year than I did this last year, only by like $3,000, which is crazy. I made like $26,000 the year before, and now I'm making $29,000 this last year. $29,000, and it came to my attention while doing paperwork that I owed back health premium tax credit money of $136 or something like that, because I made too much money for the government to help me out at $29,000 a year. After I already had put in, I don't know how much money on premiums and then how much money out for co-pays and everything else for that year, because things have been just going downhill medically for me for about 7 months. From like July to the beginning of February 26, July 25. And on that paper, it stated that I was 198% of the poverty line of the federal poverty line within the United States. At $30,000. So I'm not making money to be able to pay for the minimal amount that I have now. I don't have Wi-Fi. I'm lucky to be where I'm at, and I am very thankful to be where I'm at, and I value every second of it. Even though some days are worse than others, and you get down, and you get in your mind. But it turns out I'm 198% of the poverty line because I make double of what minimum wage is right now. Y'all can estimate what that is. If minimum wage is $7.25, I make roughly about double that. And I was like, well, that's stupid. And you can do the math all you want for yourself. It's about $15,000 on the poverty line is the amount that you can make in gross pay each year. That's without any taxes taken out of your paycheck. For you to even qualify for any form of assistances, or, I mean, maybe it's up to about $18,000, something like that. It's like 120% of the poverty line. But if you're more than that, then you're not getting any help from the government in any way. No food, no health, no nothing. And that poverty line has been the same since 2009. It's been at $7.25 minimum wage per hour since 2009. Which is crazy. I mean, what is that, 17 years? And then I got to thinking more and looked at the inflation rate since 2009 to 2026. Inflation's gone up 51.6% since 2009. The government's not keeping up with inflation in regards to minimum wage. Am I surprised? No. It just slowly means that the richer get richer and the poorer get poorer. If you're able to estimate it or calculate it out, that means that my 198% of poverty line would actually be 100% poverty line, if not even lower than that. It'd be lower than that if you calculated the inflation rate from $7.25 to what it should be in 2026. I don't know that number offhand, but it'd be more than I make an hour. So I should be getting government assistance. I am on poverty line. Most of the world's on poverty line because the government's keeping us at $7.25 an hour. But one little voice doesn't mean anything, right? That's why there's so much anger. That's why there's so much yelling. That's why it's my way or nobody else's. It's, I want you to listen to me, and I don't care what you say because we're being treated like shit. And my political view is not important here. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm talking about what I see in people's behaviors, what I see regarding the hurt and the pain and the frustration and situations that people are in. I'm talking about my own experiences and my own struggles and how it relates to you all, but I don't know. I'm told I'm supposed to not keep my, I'm supposed to speak up and stand for what I stand for, and I stand for a lot of things, but life is more than just talking about my standings in life. It's about survival. It's about learning how to get out of the modern day slavery that we're stuck in. It's about finding strength in whatever, in any form or fashion, with somebody, with religion, with whatever. It's finding strength within yourself to know that life is still valuable. No matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are. Yeah, I don't know if I said that, but what you're doing, where you are, how you feel. It's about knowing that you are present in this world. It's about knowing that you have life experiences. It's about knowing how to move forward in those life experiences to not only better yourself, but better the people around you. Just because someone doesn't have an opinion that you have does not mean that you can't have a conversation. That does not mean that you have to yell and argue. There's many people in the world, such as me, that can understand your standpoint, and I can validate it, and I can support you, or anyone specifically. Just because I don't understand your standpoint doesn't mean I don't have to degrade you. It's about compromising with opinions. It's about knowing that there are people out there that care about you. And it's about finding your own path in life and finding your own light through the obstacles that come your way. Life's not going to be easy. Life isn't easy. But all I know is that people have opinions. People's opinions are valid. People's beliefs are valid. People's beliefs are not going to be your beliefs. My beliefs are not the only belief that someone can have. But I can be empathetic. I can be humble. I can be understanding to other people's beliefs. And I don't know. I think the world has forgotten, especially the United States, but I'm probably sure the world is too, has forgotten about the valuable aspects of life without arguing, without yelling, without anger, without violence. All I know is for me right now is I have a lot of pain in my heart for everything going on in the world. There's a lot of pain regarding my own life, regarding my health, regarding feeling useless for myself mentally. There's a lot mental strength wise that I'm trying to deal with, which is why I'm kind of rambling. It's about knowing your strength and knowing what you can do for yourself and others. It's about standing up for your values, but it doesn't mean you have to throw them down someone else's throat. It means understanding people have opinions that will not mirror everybody else's. But it means figuring out the other perspective and understanding the other perspective and coming together to agree to disagree, or not say anything at all, which is unfortunate. I mean, at this point, saying anything really doesn't mean anything for me. It's just a bunch of people with money that want to argue back and forth for what the people need when they're not in the people's situation. I'm just here. And thankfully, I am here. And I would like to know answers in life that would make life easier to go through for me at the moment, but unfortunately, life doesn't say that there's going to be answers to everything. You have to work through whatever comes your way, even if you have no answers. Even if you feel crazy, even feel like the next step isn't going to mean anything. It's just going to keep you where you are currently because of every other time something happened. It's about pushing and creating the value in life, creating your path, finding your value in life. Anyway, it's whatever. Anyway, that's all I got right now.